Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, Trini Lopez here, to tell you that this program is brought to you by a flaming bag on your doorstep. You can't beat the real thing. Hey, you can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. And if you like his work on the Bonehead comic, you can also watch his Bonehead cartoon. The link to these things and more can be found in the description. Furthermore, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Hello, everybody. Look, it's my Ink the Book Show shirt. It's my Ink the Book Show mug. It's Ink the Book Show with me. Somewhere on here. Ryan O'Connor. That was graceful. This is wonderful. Anyway, we're doing a new page. I'm making a graphic novel, everybody. I can't believe it still. 192 pages in. And it's still weird. We're figuring it out, I think. I think we're figuring it out. Learning how to make a graphic novel. I did a reel today on whatever it's called, Instagram. And it got like 70 likes right away. That's insane. For me, anyway. I never see any likes on... I mean, like, I see like 20 is the most I think I get on a post usually. And it got 70 likes right away and a new follower on Instagram. And then I did another reel like an hour and a half later. I've heard yours 2 hours. I did another reel like an hour and a half later and like nothing. So anyway, it's time to get into the page. Let's do a page. Wonka wonka. Look, it's Mr. Shivers. We also have Boris, the Rhino security guard. We've got Billy TV, the alien. And then Bonehead, our hero. Let's start inking. This is a late edition of Ink the Book Show. Here, let me turn this so my hand doesn't cover the art. That's what I'm doing lately. Also, I'm going to get this cord out of the way. Cool. There we go. And one more thing. Putting some light on the picture. Because I'm a decrepit 34 years old. I ain't seeing so well. No, I'm just kidding. I just need some light. Otherwise, I won't be able to see very well by the time I'm my parents' age. I already wear glasses 3 inches thick. My roommates are playing some kind of game. I don't know what they're playing, but all I know is I hear that Blind Melon song. All I can say is that they're playing that Blind Melon song. I shouldn't sing the tune, or I'll get whacked. What did I do today? I went to my church, to read the Bible today for like about an hour. Do that on Saturday mornings usually. And then I don't know what I did. I know I got some reading in. I was reading, I read a bunch of Psalms today when I was out there. And then I read a bunch of Scaling the Secular City by J.P. Moreland and Beyond Order by Jordan Peterson. Those are the two books I'm reading right now. I'm reading them simultaneously. You know what I really got to do is get back into the Harvard. So a while ago, I signed up for a free Harvard course because they've got a bunch of courses you can take online for free. And it was about to expire on me, so I downloaded all the lectures and all the reading material links, and I copied all the reading material and just saved everything because I couldn't keep up with it with everything else, making the comic and my job and everything. So I just downloaded everything, and I don't know if I said it, it's a justice course. And so I have it all just sitting there waiting for me to get back into it. I haven't chipped away at it in a bit. And I really want to see, because I've kind of gotten a glimpse at what some of the later course material, subject material is. And I'm really curious as to what happens in the lecture. Ooh, there's a motorcyclist or somebody racing down the road. I don't think it's a motorcycle, actually. I think it's just some weird engine. Oh, man. I went to this pizza place today, right near my house. I got these 2 huge slices of pizza because they have a deal if you get 2. And I'll never need to eat again. Here's something I was supposed to do today. I was supposed to go to this tiki art show in town, and I stinking stupid forgot it was the last day for it. Until it was like 2 hours too late. Like I was thinking about, I mentioned it yesterday on here. And then afterwards, like immediately forgot about it. Well, that stinks. I've been forgetting about it all month. It was open for like 15 days, 16 days. And I like tiki stuff too. I have 2 separate tiki statues. One's a bobblehead, and one's another. It's like an alien tiki looking head, and it's about the same size as the bobblehead. Out in my house somewhere. Here's his hand. That looks weird. Might have to redo that arm. I'll have to erase the pencils in a bit and see what it looks like. Earlier, I added some stars to one of the pages. I forgot to do it on the stream the other day. Let me see. Yeah, it was this one here. Yeah. I think I didn't finish doing stars on this one. I just painted half of this just straight black because it was a little faster. But I forgot to add the stars in with the white out. And I just used some of a little bit of this Jelly Roll, Sakura Jelly Roll pen. And some of this Presto Jumbo correction pen from Pentel. This thing seems like it's lasting forever for me. It's a little like clumsy, and it's like sometimes a lot more comes out than I need. But it's that's a big reliable white. This one, it's a little harder to be reliable sometimes, but it helped more with this time. I was able to clean up some of these other stars that I inked right onto the page. I was able to clean them up real nicely with that. I feel like they work a little bit better on these Canson art boards that I use. Canson comic book art boards. I feel like they've worked for me a little better on these than in, say, my sketchbook sometimes. The Sakura Jelly Roll. My roommates went to a Cubs game today. Apparently they lost. The Cubs, that is. I guess technically my roommates as well. For getting duped into going to this lousy game. I'm just kidding. That's baseball for you. Can't have fun because it's baseball. I'm just kidding. Baseball knows I'm kidding. I played Little League for 3 years. And I was terrible. I got one hit in 3 years and got tagged out at first. I'm sure I hit it off a tee at some point. I actually got hit by the ball a lot more than I got hits. That's how I got on base most of the time. It wasn't the pitcher's fault, though. I used to go dressed up as one of those ducks you throw balls at the fair to get a prize. So that was on me. Why do they want you to throw balls at ducks? That is a thing, right? Or it was a thing? I don't know. Seems to have a twinge of cruelty and unusualness to it. There was also supposed to be a pool party for my mom's birthday today. But it got canceled because my sister got sick. She's always ruining everything. No, I'm just kidding. think originally I had his hands way down here on Billy's shoulders, but I don't think I'm going to put either of his hands on his shoulders. Oh, something I didn't say about yesterday. So yesterday was not only my mom's birthday. I went over and brought her some gifts. I got her some like storage container things and some scented oils and little thing to plug them into. But also we went in on like new patio furniture for her. And did I get her something else? I don't think so. I think that was it. But so I went to see her for a little bit yesterday, and I forgot to mention here yesterday that it was also my 6th anniversary of living in this house with my roommate Tyler yesterday. So we've been living together here for 6 years. His fiance lives here too now. She's only been here for like a year and a half. But yeah, so I've been here for 6 years as of yesterday. So when I came home, we watched the new South Park special, what do you call it? The Streaming Wars Part 2. Because I think that just came out. And then I had brought home some Oreo ice cream cake. And we had that. It's what you do. You eat Oreo ice cream cake to celebrate. So let's see, this guy's got his knee back here. Here's his shoe. And then his other leg is over here. Okay. So that's the lot of them. Here, let me get my eraser. I'm going to erase this arm. The pencil's over here. That is a noodly arm. That arm is positively noodly. As a wise man once said, that ain't right. It's wrong. Isn't that cute? But it's wrong. That's early Dexter's Laboratory. Isn't that cute? But it's wrong. Is it Dexter's Lab? It might be Two Stupid Dogs. I don't know. Something Cartoon Network. That much we know for sure. Also yesterday, I posted on the Discord about it. Yesterday was also the 25th anniversary of Cow and Chicken, which is a really great show, really great cartoon that I love very much. Here, I've got something Cow and Chicken related to share. Art stuff to share from Cow and Chicken. Let me show it off. I gotta get a frame for this so I can put it on my wall. I just haven't done it yet. Oh, throwing stuff around. Here we go. Oh, I'm having fun now. Look at this. It's a cell from the show. I would have shown this off yesterday if I realized it was the 25th anniversary. But I didn't find out till like right around midnight. So this is chicken. Let me see. I thought it might say something about the episode back here. No. Just artwork ID number 008115. This is to certify that all of the information and the statements contained herein are true and correct. Trademarking copyright 1999 Cartoon Network. What else is on here? Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Lab. It's just the same three. Yeah. Here's Flem and Earl. They're just part of the background though. They're not part of the cell. This is the cell drawing. It's just chicken. So this is like a laser print of the background and the cell art superimposed on top of it. But yeah, one of my prized possessions. I got it at the let me see. I got it at Charles Scott Gallery. Their website, charlesscottgallery.com. That's where I got it. That's one of the many pieces of art I got to get put up on my walls. So behind me someday you might notice there's a black and white ink drawing kind of like this. I'm using the same brush, maybe even the same ink, same artboards as Doug TeNapel uses on his. I know he uses different ink now, or at least he was by the time he got to his Earthworm Jim book that he did right after Bigfoot Bill 1. But I have a Bigfoot Bill 1 page right behind me that's got the Kraken below, and then it's got the Mothman above it. Here, I'll see that back there. I'm not going to pull it off the wall, but that's a page from Bigfoot Bill. I got that framed and put up. I also have an original. When he started that book, he was doing the thumbnails full size, or half size at least. Like, he was doing them on these actual pages, and for a while he was doing them like he was doing like a page here and a page here, just doing the thumbnails of the pages instead of doing actual thumbnails. Like usually he'll do his thumbnails on note cards, and that's how I did this book. My thumbnails. Let me see. I'll show you that page where it ended up in the book. Because I watched him draw it on. It's one of the very, very first pages he did for Bigfoot Bill one, and I have 2 editions of this book. I have the original pressing, and then this is the reprint where he added some pages to it. Look, it's signed. And these books are huge. There it is, right there. So really, it's the second page he did of the book because he was doing it all live stream, kind of like I'm doing Bonehead. So I own this page. That's the one that's right behind me, and it's very simply colored, but like as an ink drawing, I think it's really beautiful. And it happened to be at the time, it was the cheapest one he was offering. I snatched it up right away because I was like, of the pages that he has available, that's the one I want the most anyway. I can't believe it's so cheap. It was like it was destiny. Boy, they're sure having fun without me down there. I want to have fun. I guess I'll just have to draw, though. That can be fun. I like drawing. This is my fun. So, yeah, this is my homework assignment. No fun until I finish my homework assignment. Oh, let me readjust so it's a little sharper. There we go. Beefy ink. Where's the beef? Do a drop shadow where it comes away from the jacket, the main jacket, where the collar comes away from it. It sits on top of it. It's thicker the freer the collar gets from the jacket. The shadow gets thicker the farther it comes off the jacket. And then same here. Same here. My neighbor invited me out to hang out. I did not think I would not have started this till now. Oh, but I was saying earlier about Bigfoot Bill. I also have a penciled page that he did that I got. When I got it, I was supposed to get a bunch of books with the pencil page, but they got stolen out of the mail. Like, I think when he shipped it out, it got stolen from I think Tennessee at the problem, or at the problem. I think Tennessee at the time was having a problem with people stealing stuff out of the mail at like their postal uh, workers were like, someone at the post office out there, I think, was stealing stuff. He was having a big problem with people stealing stuff out of packages for a little while. And I think I was supposed to get 3 signed books. I had all the books already. They were like hardcover editions of like Newt's 2, Tommysaurus Rex in color, and something else. It was like I had all the books already. But I was like, at least I got the artwork. So that was the big thing. Oh, and I was also supposed to get, I remember it because I was disappointed at the time that I missed out on it. Trying to find it. Here it is. I was also supposed to get a copy of this CD that Doug Tenable put out years ago. I've since gotten a copy of it. I don't remember where I ended up getting a copy of it. Oh, he made it available on his Shopify store for a little while. And I love that CD. There's a lot of good songs on there. But I was supposed to get that in that delivery too, and that got ripped off. Doug Maple offered me a refund when I asked him about all the missing books. I was like, I got the original artwork at least. We cool. Because that was even cheaper than the inked comic page that I would have been getting all that stuff for. But I got the important thing, I guess, the irreplaceable thing. Here's Mr. Shivers. Bonehead's boss. At the Poison Factory. Okay. I think I sold 2 more Bonehead t-shirts today. A friend of mine that I used to work with, he bought one recently, and somebody saw him wearing it and bought one for herself and her boyfriend, I guess. Which is cool. They just like the look of them. He was Bonehead was designed to be like very was trying to make a very appealing, kind of iconic looking character. Where he kind of stood out right away and looked like I wanted him to look like a sticker right away. That was kind of what I was going for. Eyebrows. Eyebrows. Every time I just say eyebrows out of the blue, it reminds me of Venture Brothers. There's an episode where it's like the Monarch and Dr. Girlfriend are meeting for the first time. It's like a flashback. And he takes off his helmet and she sees his really super long eyebrows and she just goes, eyebrows. tie over here. And same thing where it comes where the jacket comes away from the shirt and the tie. Deeper shadow. All right. And in the background, there's a fire going on. One day I'll finish the first third of this page. Here's where I like find my point on my brush. I'm gonna throw this one out though, because it's all curly and covered in ink. It's kind of lost its purpose. See, here's where I keep my inkwell. I just use a bottle cap. I have a whole bunch of beer bottle caps saved up. I just pour ink in there, and that's usually about enough for a page. Just trying to get a nice fine point if I can muster it. I'm not getting it as fine as I would like. I guess that's okay. I don't think I cleaned my brush as well as I ought to have. Yeah. Okay, so there's fire back here. There's that. There's smoke over here. And then the wall beyond that, I'm just going to throw all the black. Gotta get me some new brushes, I think. They're about these Winsor Newton Series 7 brushes that I use. The Sable Series 7. This is a size 3. I usually use size 2 and 3. They're about $24 a pop. Really, this should last me through the end of the book. I have two other ones sitting on my desk that lost too many bristles over time after washing them a million times. That they're just too flimsy. I don't want to throw them out because you can always find a new use for a crummy brush, I feel like. Am I sure that's not the crummy brush? Yeah. What about this one? Yeah, those are two very flimsy. Yesterday I got them mixed up at first, I think. Oops. Oh, I smeared some ink right here by his nose earlier, it looks like. I have to clean that up. What time is it? It's almost 10. So I had the second half of my last cigar last night. And I think that's going to be my last one for a while, long time. I think I'm going to try and avoid them. A guy doesn't need more vices. Let me see. I read about let's see, 46 to 56 would be 11. 57, 58, 59. 14. I read 14 Psalms first thing this morning. Here's Denton Crux. This is Mr. Shivers' boss. He's the owner of a poison factory. Messed up teeth. Collar to his jacket. It's part of his crossbones bow tie. Patent pending. Dang it. Okay. Bring that in. He's got this big collar to his jacket. Oops. Oh, I think they were just listening to Blind Melon earlier. I still hear their music playing. I hope my camera's not picking it up, or my microphone isn't picking it up very much. Yeah, I hear the Postal Service playing. I think is what they're called, right? That Such Great Heights song. Yeah, I cannot get thin enough with this brush. It's kind of driving me mad. I've got some water that I'm dipping it in over here. Got this little bottle of water. Oh, I got paint in it now. Oh, woof. I was using that for watercolors, I guess, last. Let me try this other brush just in case. Maybe this will work for me. Though I think it's too flimsy. I might have to run out and wash that paint out of my brush. So far, this is working, I think. Okay. He's holding this elixir here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not on screen. And here's his thumb over here. Here's this kind of shoulder strappy thingy. Flames. Burn, baby, burn. The fire's like, don't tell me what to do. I gotta try and get some thumbnails of pages going for the rewrite that I'm doing for the next scene. Because it's getting close to the time where I gotta start inking those pages. So if I get some thumbnails, I can get the pages laid out fairly easily after that. Get my pencils set up pretty quickly. This is a Saturday night. Well, this is every night, really. My friends are downstairs having fun. I could be having a beer with my neighbor, but I'm plugging away at this. You know, I could be doing those things if I didn't squander a good chunk of my day doing nothing. No, I slept in today because it's my day off my day job. I got up at what, seven this morning or 6:30. I went to church and then I came home and I crashed for a few hours. That I wasn't expecting to. That kind of set me back for everything I was trying to do today. Okay. There's Crux. And here is a silhouette of Shivers and every other character in the dang world. See, I really need my brush to be more reliable than it is. What if... Let me see if I can clean my other. Ding! Whoa, he's back. Oh, what a tragedy this show is. Why is that the second time that's happened this week? Okay, my apologies. I'm gonna play something, I think, to while I go and try to wash my brush and make another cup of tea. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I have our good friend Jordan Peterson here.
The
Whoa, whoa,
B
whoa, whoa, Jordan,
stands for Beatrice.
we can't even see you yet. You're gonna have to start all the way over, Jordan. Okay? Okay. Now, Mr. Peterson, what are you doing here?
My name is Jordan B. Peterson. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. You may know me for my world-famous books on behavior and discipline. Well, I have a brand new book with 12 more rules for young people, featuring brand new rules such as don't put gum in your hair unless you want a haircut. Those who color on the walls are doomed to repeat time out. And running with scissors is assuredly a one-way trip to chaos. Now, you might ask, well, why would I need 12 more rules to live by when I don't know what to do with the last 12? And I would answer that question with another question. Have you ever considered that rules themselves require rules of their own in order to properly follow them? If you haven't asked yourself that question, you might find that your life may soon be spiraling into an inescapable hell, the likes of which you might find rather disagreeable. This new book, called Jordan B. Peterson and his 12 Rules for Riding the Stupid, Smelly Bus for Kindergartners, is coming soon to a Kindle near you, or wherever Canadian-authored books are permitted. Yours in Christ, Jordan B. Peterson.
Okay. My tea is still boiling. I think maybe I got these brushes under control, hopefully. My hands are all damp. Okay. What a program. I can't live without it. I never miss it. I'm Yogi Bear all of a sudden. I'm smarter than the average bear. Yes, I spill tea all over my pages. Like a professional. I'm smarter than the average bear. Hey, boo boo. I take offense to that, Yogi. He's a sensitive type. I hear Electric Light Orchestra playing now. They're one of my favorite bands. They're like hit machines. Now I hear Fountains of Wayne, the song Julie. They also do Stacy's Mom, that song. A song I found out about in the past year is this song called Hack and Sack, which I discovered through Spotify and fell in love with. And then one of my other favorite bands, a couple months later, did a cover of it. And that band is Local H. They're a Chicago band. It's pretty much the guy and whoever will be his drummer. Oh, Fountains of Wayne, they also do a cool song that I also discovered through Spotify called, I think it's called Sink to the Bottom with You or something like that. I might order some new Winsor Newton brushes tonight. It's a little too hard to draw with right now. And I don't like having just one reliable brush available to me. And this is, especially if that one reliable brush is questionable in reliability. I can't use this to the end of the book. Oops. I'm gonna go grab that tea in a minute. So Jordan B. Peterson and this what rides the stupid smelly bus for kindergartners or whatever. It's good. It's on the New York Times bestseller list. Holy smokes, I'm so happy for him. That Peterson has done it again. I can't wait to buy it. I just bought his other two. Whoa! I just bought his other two books. See? Yeah, I'm reading. I've read the first one, the 12 Rules for Life. Well, I listened to the audiobook of that a couple times. I'm reading the Beyond Order right now, which I'm really liking. What is that? That's nothing. Okay, so there he is in silhouette, as my mother would say. My mom's from the Emerald Isle, so she says everything wrong. Okay. Boris, how do you be so? You. A security guard with skin that hard? It's like a dream come true. That's a dream come true to me. I'm going to put this in shadow, but I don't want it to be black and interfere with this silhouette. So I'm doing these like hatch lines. Even though his silhouette has a highlight on it, it would interfere with this and we'd lose this shape. Okay, now he's got his hands on Billy's shoulders again. B U T T. The E got cut off. How unfortunate. I'm going to bring this down a little more so it doesn't meet up exactly with the corner of Bonehead's head. I don't want the corners to perfectly line up, you know. It draws too much. it's like too much tension in one spot. Kind of catches unnecessary attention to one point on the page. It like just reads as a mistake and draws the eye to unwanted, or gives the eye brings unwanted attention to certain pinch points of the page. So you try to avoid that as an artist. Okay, I had to make sure I was on screen still. I have a tendency to wander off screen. I see her bow. I don't see her ponytail. Let me do her her little bangs, or whatever it would be. Little front swoop. This detail is almost too fine for this brush right now. So if this stream is anything like the one the other day, it'll stay in one video on YouTube, because when it glitched out like that, and what I had to do was close the internet and jump back, open it back up, and jump back into the stream. And last time what happened was YouTube remained one constant stream, and then Twitch broke it into two. And I see that nobody came back on the Twitch one, because that one has 0 views, the second part. I think it happened the same way last time, which shouldn't be happening. It's like when I go to put a video on screen, when I go to add a video to the stream, like I added the Jordan Peterson one. The first time I went to share a video, I hit the share button, and all of a sudden my screen froze. That usually doesn't happen, but I think that's what happened last time earlier this week, which makes me want to break things. It makes me want to shout, throw my hands up and shout. Come on now, StreamYard, that ain't right. Hey, 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 hey. the song that's playing now downstairs. It's the song I heard come on the radio back in probably about 2011, called Speak Plainly Diana by Joe Pug. I really like that song. I never checked any of his other music though. But I have one version of that song, and my roommate liked the song too, but he only has like some acoustic version of the song, which I don't like as much, but it's still good. The only other time I heard anything from Joe Pug, there was an interview last year he had with John Flansburgh. I guess he has some kind of music talk show or something, podcast. I was surprised to hear that he was interviewing John Flansburgh. I was like, I know who this guy is. He's the Speak Plainly Diana guy. He's interviewing one of my favorite musicians. That was actually, I think that was just a few months ago. He almost sounds, in that song, he almost sounds like, he reminds me of Tom Petty in that. I don't think he necessarily sounds exactly like him, but he definitely reminds me of Tom Petty. I have a Discord. I try to post interesting things on there. Pardon me. Excuse me. And every day I put the link tree in the description of the stream. For Twitch, it goes in after the fact, after the stream ends. But like maybe within a couple minutes usually. But there's a music section I made where there's not a lot in the music section so far, but I did put a link there to this this Spotify playlist I made of all my favorite songs, and I'm always adding to it, Because I'm kind of obsessed with music, and a lot of the music I like is it tends to be like obscure stuff that nobody really readily cares about. Nobody's. It tends to be stuff people aren't as familiar with. I think I'm gonna sneeze again. Excuse me. Here, I'm gonna pour that cup of tea real quick, and I'll be right back. That should just take a couple seconds. Really. Mogar! I don't know what they were saying. I started quoting Billy and Mandy. It sounded like they were saying Mogar to me. So I said, I love you, Mogar! Mogar! There's an episode where Billy's dad becomes like a rock guy, and he's all got up like a Kiss member, and he goes by the name Mogar. And Billy's like, I love you, Mogar! It's a big Billy and Mandy guy. Actually, I've said this before. Let me show. My first comic characters were these two, Tom and Sid. And if you look at Sid's clothes, it was kind of like an homage to Billy. He wears the same striped shirt and basically the same clothes. And also, the other part that was kind of inspired by Billy and Mandy with these two was they don't have noses. That was inspired by Mandy. And what else? The hair was kind of inspired by The Simpsons. But these drawings are so crummy. I hate this book. This is my first comic. I made this 24-page comic in when I was still going to art school. I actually drew this notebook paper here. There's a little intro in there from my roommate, Tyler Dewis. Okay. It's a real crummy 24-page comic. I actually was making a more substantial 150-page graphic novel with those characters that doesn't look so ugly. I got about 50 pages into it before I abandoned it. But I think I'm going to go back in and finish that when I finish this book. I think that'll be my very next book. Because there's some fun stuff in that. I don't think it, I didn't have a script for it. I just had like an idea of what I was doing in my head and a bunch of drawings of what I was going to do in notebooks. So after a point, I was like, I think I really need more structure to this story. Not to the story. I think it was just I didn't feel comfortable continuing it without like a solid script and stuff. Because I got to a point like in the second act of the book, I was trying to start the second act to get to the next chunk of ideas, and I was really hitting a dead end just getting through the transition stuff, setting up the scene and everything. So I realized doing it that loose was probably not the best idea. So I kind of set it aside, and then shortly after I started planning this book, I was trying to work on it while I was working on my, pardon me. I was trying to work on it while I was working on the Bonehead cartoon, which is also in the link that I put in the description. Like I say, if the link isn't in the description yet, it should be at the end of the broadcast. I love you, Mogar. Cram it, Billy. I have a Volume 1 DVD set of Billy and Mandy. I don't think they ever put out a Volume 2. And that is a sincere drag. I just saw earlier this year, I think it was Halloween time this year or maybe last year. I think it was this year. I just saw Billy and Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween for the first time. I'd never seen it before. I was sure I'd seen all Billy and Mandy stuff before. And I remember the Jacked Up Halloween special being a big thing. And it just occurred to me. I was like, whoa, I've never seen it. And so I put it on. I was like, yeah, never seen this. One of my favorites is Under Fist. Well, I barely remember that, but I remember liking it. I'm pretty sure because it's all like these like side characters that kind of form their own super team. Like there's Irwin, Hoss Delgado, Dracula, who is Irwin's grandfather, I believe. Irwin is half vampire, half mummy. And he's just this dorky kid that talks like this, yo. He thinks he's really smooth with the ladies, but he's really a doofus. Who else? Oh, General Scar, voiced by... I think he was originally voiced by Mark Hamill, but I don't think he was in Billy and Mandy. Because he's actually originally a character from Evil Con Carne. Back when it was Grim and Evil, and then The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy became its own show, and Evil Con Carne became its own show. Evil Con Carne is a little more obscure because it kind of kept changing styles. And it kind of kept disappearing and reappearing in little increments. But I liked Evil Con Carne a lot. And Hector Con Carne was like this. He was like this evil genius mastermind who was blown to pieces. And then only his stomach and his brain were salvaged, and they were attached to a circus bear. So there's Hector Concarne, and then his assistant, General Scar. I could be wrong about the Mark Hamill thing, but I thought he was originally voiced by Mark Hamill. I don't think he is on The Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy because he becomes a character on that. Like, he's retired from evil and he's Billy's next door neighbor and he's just always making appearances. But he's still like got these evil tendencies. But bad stuff always happens to him. He's kind of like Daffy Duck. Like, things never go his way. But yeah, so there's Hector Concarne, his assistant General Scar, and then his laboratory scientist, Major Dr. Ghastly, who kind of has a crush on him, on Hector Concarne, that is. And then all I remember is Hector Concarne has a son who is I think a superior evil genius named Destructicus, little Destructicus Concarne. I remember there's a good guy that always thwarts Hector Concarne named Cod Commando, and he's a fish in an army suit or something. Actually, how I was doing the Yogi Bear impression earlier, there's an episode with Yogi Bear and Boo Boo on it that I remember thinking was really funny. The only thing I think they're just like deranged bears, and they're just like jonesing for picnic baskets, like when you feed the geese too much at the zoo or something, and they're all like demented. That's kind of like it's kind of like the vibe you get. I think I got from their Yogi and Boo Boo. Hey, how about sharing that picnic basket? And they look like drug addicts. And then it's just them alone, like Boo Boo and Yogi for a minute, and Boo Boo turns to Yogi, goes, "Why are we so lame, Yogi?" That's all I really remember from that. Maybe that's Billy and Mandy. I don't remember. I feel like it's Evil Concarne though. I always thought that was really funny. When I was a kid, I wanted to do a cartoon show of that comic I was showing called when it was called My Neighbor's a Psychopath. Now it's Moon Valley. But when I was originally making up those characters and stories for those characters, I liked the idea of putting like knockoff real mascots and things like that in it. So I would always have like a knockoff Mr. Peanut I wanted to use. And I feel like there's another one. I liked doing knockoff Mr. Peanuts for a long time. Like when I was in middle school. I also had some kind of set of characters that I was interested in doing something with for a while, where it was set in the future. It was about a kid who was like his dad was like, well, it was kind of like always being winked at was the idea, but never said outright. But his dad would be like Elroy in the future, like Elroy all grown up and fat and sweaty old Elroy. I thought that would be funny. It's like the future of the Jetsons. Secretly, subtly. Why are we so lame, Yogi? I don't know, boo boo. You know what I never saw? I never saw that crummy looking Cal Arts crap version looking Jellystone cartoon. I wonder if there's a chance that that was any good. You know what I'm talking about? It certainly looked pretty terrible, but you know, being a being what's the word? What's the word? Cynical isn't very valuable. So um, I wonder if it was any good, in spite of looking like trash. Okay. Why are we so lame, Yogi? I have no idea, boo! Why did I turn into like Christopher Walken? I have no idea, boo boo! Man, dang, wow. Jimmy Christmas. Somebody's coughing up a lung. Drop shadow. It's like a game. Drop shadow. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I sneezed and I've been like sniffling ever since. Excuse me. I must be allergic to inking comics. Okay. Here's some fire. This reminds me of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or something. Okay. I just have a bunch of black to add to this background, I think, and then, well, let me see. Some embers still flying off here. think I'll do that instead. Here's something. I've been watching Seinfeld little by little every day. While I'm like paneling pages or like getting ready for bed. I mentioned Hunchback of Notre Dame. Jason Alexander's in that. Plays George. I mentioned earlier. What did I mention? Billy and Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween. Wayne Knight is in that. He plays Jack, the jack-o'-lantern guy. Oh, I didn't his hand yet. I didn't realize. Oh. Dang it. Keep sticking my hand in the wet ink. I meant to try and get a couple new designs up today on the t-shirt shop. I don't think I'm going to get to that today, though. So I want to maybe do a couple thumbnails of the new pages I'm writing. I'm rewriting, rather. That's important. I gotta get into that before I run out of time. I might get the files ready to make the designs, though. Like find the pictures and get them into Photoshop. I just got ink on my heater next to me. A heater in July? You better believe it. I also have a big fan here for when I'm not the right temperature the other way. It's ridiculous. I'm always too hot or too cold in this dang house. It's like if I touch the thermostat, 2 seconds later it's back to what it was. Curiously. I live with 2 other control freaks. Well, that's not true, but there's a secret war over the thermostat, so I just have my own solutions in my room here. I have a note to add pages here. I don't know if that's going to happen. It depends. Like add some other pages that I... Every once in a while I come across a note and I'm like, already came up with a different solution to that. And I am not sure if this particular note is outdated. If I solved that problem with something else already or not. I am running on fumes with the ink in this little beer bottle cap. Still got a little more black to do. Over here. Here we go. And I think this page is done now. So I'll be back tomorrow evening, probably another late-ish one tomorrow, because I've got I've got my day job in the morning, and I'm going to church in the evening. That's the way it's got to be. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll do another page. Let's see. Be sure to click that link in the description if you're interested in seeing the Bonehead cartoon. If you're interested in maybe getting a T-shirt like this, there's a T-shirt like that you can get, or some other ones. I have a Bonehead logo T-shirt. There's also one like this with Bonehead on it. And there's a bunch of other designs too. But then there's my Twitter, my Instagram, my Discord, my Inky Hands. There's a link to that. I don't know. Otherwise, you can click on some other videos. Some of them need a little more love. Some of them have no views on YouTube here and there. So, yeah. See if there's another video you want to put on. I'm getting out of here. I've got other things to attend to before I go to bed, and it's 11:30. So take care, everybody. Thanks for checking me out. We'll get back to comics tomorrow. Bye, everybody.